this economy? Pawn shops. We'll find out why. We're going to be live at 1 this morning. You can find some great deals in those pawn shops.
Someday, but just not today.
The town out of debt. One business that's thriving in the slow economy, pawn shops. And David's Live in Chicago Heights said Shane's Pawn Shop. You can always find good deals there.
You do. If you need a little extra money for the holidays or to hold you over to your next paycheck, you may want to consider a pawn shop. It's not as scary as you think. And if you've never been to one, I'll give you a Pawn Shop 101 class coming up.
Let's go out to David Live at Shane's Pawn Shop in Chicago Heights, and we're going to be there live all morning long. There's a stigma sometimes attached with these places, David. That a lot of people don't go in there because they think, oh, it's shady, but it's not.
Well, I gotta admit to you, this is my first time ever in a pawn shop, and the reason being is I was freaked out by them, I have to admit. And why do you think that there's such a stigma? This is David Sheneman, who is the owner and also the president of the Illinois Pawnbrokers Association.
We fulfill a vital need in the microeconomic marketplace, and people don't really know who and what we are. And they're always afraid of something that's different and unknown. Well,
you got to admit, you got kind of a bum rap when you see them on TV shows and cop shows and all. They always kind of look a little shady.
Well, Men in Black is a little bit extreme.
Yeah.
and pawn shops really aren't.
All right, so explain to me how they work. You come in here with, you need a couple extra bucks, and you come in here with some old jewelry. A lot of people do, right?
Right. Well, this woman came in and needed to raise some funds for her son's tuition. So she brought in
gold here.
She brought in this gold jewelry and was able to get several $1,000s, which went right off to the university.
So people need a couple extra bucks they bring in here, and you will decide how much this costs.
We can evaluate it, weigh the gold, determine the fineness, the quality of it, and the value of various gemstones.
And this is basically a loan. They want to come back and pick this up. So how does a loan work?
They may use the merchandise as collateral for a loan, and then they can come back and pick it up within a fixed period of time.
Okay.
In Illinois, it's 60 days, 30 days, and a 30-day grace period.
With a little bit of interest.
Of course, with interest.
Okay.
Just the same as a bank.
All right, so very, very interesting. We're also going to talk about people who come in here and shop, and we're going to see some of your more unusual items that you bought out coming up in the next hour. There's a lot to learn. I'm getting quite an education this morning, so stick around. We have a lot of great stuff to show you.
All right, very good. I'm looking at those watches.
I'll take a watch. I'll take a watch.
Put
Look
aside,
kind of appealing, right?
do a little bargaining. And you can bargain, right? Did you say that?
Can you bargain for a price?
Always.
Always.
See, that's the key thing right there.
Well, maybe we need some bargaining tips there.
Many things are...
tricks of the trade.
Says he will never fly United again after he got hit with an $800 fee for a trip to California.
Wow. Then Bond rules the box office. Not surprising there. We're going to show you just how much the most famous agent in the world brought in over the weekend. And one business that's doing well in this economy, thrift stores and pawn shops. We'll check back in with David live at Shane's Pawn Shop in Chicago Heights. Oh, yeah, that's totally you, David.
There you go.
Well, one business that's thriving in this slow economy is the pawn shop.
David's live in Chicago Heights at Shane's Pawn Shop.
Not only can you make money for bringing in some of your stuff, but I've been doing some shopping here. And Mike and Jan, I've gotten some items for you guys. Got your Christmas shopping done. I'll show you when we come back.
DJ Jazzy DiGiano up there.
Oh, boy. Time to shop. Let's go to David. He's live at Shane's Pawn Shop. DJ Jazzy David.
Yeah, okay, so I went shopping, and I already got you guys Christmas shopping done. You ready, Mike? For you?
Let's go.
Here we go. You see it?
Fresh.
Big Daddy.
Oh, yeah.
What's it say on
Did
it?
you say fresh?
Big Daddy.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
That's awesome.
Very nice.
That's how I roll.
And Jan, how about this ring for you?
Oh, yes. Yes,
Holy
baby. Is that a snake?
That's
a cobra.
wild. It's a cobra, yeah.
Oh.
I thought that was very apropos.
Okay, so what's it listed at? What's the price right now listed as?
Well, these are like favorites of theirs. You're not selling these, right?
No,
I'm
too
talking
sentimental.
Too sentimental. But
What? Everything should be for sale. Are you kidding me?
everything. Oh, well, we got some really good deals for you coming up. Let's just kind of go over how pawn shops work, because I've been learning a lot right now. A lot of people come in, need a few extra bucks to hold them over, right? Maybe for gas or, to pay their bills. So they come in here. The average person doesn't ask for a lot of money, right? What's the average sale?
The average loan is about $100.
That's not a lot. So,
frequently less.
and you here just do jewelry, right? I've seen other
Correct.
pawn shops that do like stereos and bikes and all that kind of stuff. You're strictly jewelry.
That's correct.
Okay, so a lot of people will go in, pick some of their old jewelry, some of their grandparents' jewelry. It's kind of outdated. They need a few extra bucks. They'll bring in a bag of stuff like this, right?
Correct.
And then you will assess the value and give them that money.
That's correct.
Okay. Then they have to pay it back within a certain amount of, what, 60 days?
Correct.
With interest.
Correct.
And now one of two things will happen. You'll either come back and if you need an extension, you pay the interest, you get an extension, or some people just leave it because they just need the cash, right?
Correct. Or they may just come in and sell it outright initially.
You're finding that more and more people, though, are just selling stuff outright because they need the money.
Correct.
Got it. You have some really, but it's not just for people who want to drop things off. You resell them here.
Absolutely.
Things that are left. And you have some good deals. Show us some of the better deals.
I have a 1.5 carat diamond here for $2,500.
Now that's beautiful and that's really nice and big and showy. How much would that be retail?
Between $5,000 and $6,000 in a jewelry store.
Wow. And so why do you sell it for so cheap?
Because we don't have to pay De Beers prices to buy our diamonds, so we don't have to sell them for those prices.
Wow. Now I've seen a lot of things here. People, you've seen people bring in their wedding rings and all, right?
Yes, people do occasionally bring in rings that they no longer need, or that they just need the money for a short period of time.
Here's some sentimental things. You know, like Mom, I love you, Mom. Yeah, Mom appreciated the sentiment, but needed the cash.
But she needed the cash.
I love it. Maybe I could buy that for my mom. I hope she doesn't won't resell it here. Oh no, I just dropped all your jewelry. I'm sorry. Okay, guys.
Gold is still gold.
Gold is still gold. Okay. All right, we got lots more fun stuff to show you. David, thank you. This is great stuff. Jan, Mike, maybe for the right price, he'll sell it for you guys.
I'm sure he would. Yeah, of course.
I'll see what I can offer.
Very cool. Come to David live at Shane's Pawn Shop in Chicago Heights. Good morning, David.
They took away my bling. They knew I wasn't good for the money. But I got to say, they opened at 9 o'clock this morning, and you already had one customer. So we're going to kind of go through what happened with this customer. So what did the customer bring in?
The gentleman brought in a man's two-tone Movado watch, needed to make a small loan of less than $100, borrowed the money, and he's already walked out the door.
So he came in and said, look, I need 80 bucks. And he offered this watch. So we had to inspect it?
Correct.
To make sure it was worth at least that much, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so what happens if it's worth less? So you have a lot of people come in and ask for more than what it's worth?
Occasionally the need exceeds the collateral, in which case we'll tell them what we can do or suggest they might want to add to the collateral. In this case, we could give him what he needed. So we recorded the model and serial number from the back of the watch on his copy of the contract. He then receives the contract, signs it, gets the cash, walks out the door.
Great. So
he can go do what he needs to do. The watch will be here waiting for him to come back anytime within a month.
So we got 80 bucks. You have 30 days? You asked him to come back?
Correct.
And to pay it back. So if he doesn't show up in 30 days,
if he doesn't come back,
that's now yours.
We would hold it for an additional 30 days.
Okay.
It's a minimum of 60 days to come back for it.
And if he needs, he still wants it, but he doesn't have the money, he pays the interest.
He just can come in and pay the interest, and that'll extend it for another 30 days.
Got it. And if not, then you end up reselling this.
Correct.
Beautiful.
With the other watches which we have to sell.
So a lot of these were here that were left, or people just sold them outright because they need the money, and a lot of people are having. You said that a lot of people are coming in and just selling things outright because the economy is so bad and people just need money.
They know they're not going to come back. Correct.
Got it. So at least they tell you up front. So that's how it works. This is one of the oldest in the city, right?
We are the oldest pawn shop in the south suburbs.
And it's all family owned. You're going to meet the whole family when we come back. And they just opened their doors, so anybody who's watching and you want to sell some stuff, come down and say hi to me, and we'll maybe get you some money for your.
Get a deal going.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, thank you guys. That's doing well in this economy. Pawn shops. We're going to check back in with David live at Shane's Pawn Shop in Chicago Heights.
Thriving in a slow economy is the pawn shop.
David's live at Chicago Heights at Shane's Pawn Shop there. And one thing a lot of people look for, obviously, getting good deals on jewelry.
You got it. And you find some old jewelry. Mike, I found your old high school ring.
You did?
I did. Here it is.
Look at that. That's right.
Very impressive.
Cow.
It will go with your Big Daddy bracelet.
Right. I actually had that in college as well.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. Okay, we got lots more pawn shops when we come back.
Sure. In the meantime, let's come back out to David. He is at Shane's Pawn Shop in Chicago Heights.
Chat with him just about.
Hello.
You can just take shots.
Hello, David.
Generic, yeah.
He's making a deal.
You're on there, David.
Let's
Hey,
make
Dave.
a David deal.
Hey, good morning, guys. Okay, so I'm really getting the a lesson here on how to work a pawn shop.
There you go.
David Shaneman, who is the owner of Shane's Pawn Shop.
Right.
So tell me a little bit about, a lot of customers have been coming in since you opened at 9 a.m., and a lot of them are repeat customers.
Right. Most of our customers are repeat customers who we've done business with for 20, 30, 40 years. One gentleman said 50 years.
That is amazing. I know you've been around for quite a long time, and it's changed now because everything's computerized. So you know everybody's history, how many times they've dropped stuff off, and
Absolutely.
if they're good on their loans,
Right, right.
etc. So you had somebody who just came in, dropped off a ring, and he's been here how many times in the past 10 years?
He had been here about 80 times in the past 10 years and picked up 100% of what he brought in.
That is great. So he just needs a little bit of extra cash for the week, right? Comes in, drops something off, and then pays it back. So
Right.
it's not very uncommon.
Not at all. He needed some make it till Friday, Monday.
All right, great. So you can also now, anything that's not picked up, like you said, that you're looking at now, a lot of this you specialize in jewelry, and you come and get some great deals on jewelry,
Right.
Stuff that people have left or sold outright to you, right?
Correct. Good enough deals that we sell jewelry to jewelry stores.
Brilliant. I didn't know that. So the wonderful thing about this, so you've been in business for over 50 years, and I know it's a big family business, so you got to introduce us to some of your family.
Right.
This is great.
The business was founded by my father and mother, Joe and Marion Shaneman, in 1955.
And Dad is 90 and a half.
90 and a half years old.
And still going strong.
Still working, the oldest working pawnbroker in the United States.
There you go.
My wife, Carmencita, who is my partner in life and in business.
Beautiful. Now you have other family members who also do some other things here other than work the pawn shop, right?
Absolutely. We also have Lita, Zenny, and Severino San Juan, who are my sister and brother-in-law. Oliver San Juan, who is my nephew and jeweler. And then Mark Page and Mike Shaken, who both started out as customers many, many years ago. Nope. And
now work here.
have now become part of the family.
Beautiful. And the phone has been ringing off the hook since we've been here this morning. You're going to go answer? You got another
No, they'll
customer.
call back.
All right, they'll call back. All right, so.
And we do have your bling for you.
And my bling that I'm taking. We're going to talk a price here
We'll work something out.
because this is beautiful stuff. All right, guys.
Hey,
so
David, question for you. I see the guitar over your shoulder. Obviously, we're looking at a lot of jewelry. Are there any items they don't take?
Here, like you were talking about how you specialize in jewelry,
We specialize
right?
in jewelry. We do have a little bit of musical instruments and other items.
There are
but
about 200 pawn shops, though, in Illinois.
about 225 in Illinois.
So, and since it's in the Chicago area, a lot of them do specialize. You're going to have to find the right pawn shop for you that will take anything. You pretty much specialize just in jewelry.
That's correct.
Got it. All right.
That is interesting.
Very interesting.
All right, well, thanks to that's the entire family there?
Get it back.
All right.
For you, Mike. Got your name all
There you
over
go,
it.
Big Daddy. Very nice. I like that.